That may be the greatest catch I've ever seen in my life.
Alright guys, before we get into the video, please go down to the comment section. Let me know what kind of videos y'all want me to make. I don't care if I have not made it on the channel so far. Maybe it's about a topic that I just have not covered. Please go down to the comments. Let me know, because y'all know everything that I make is for you. I just want you to have the exact kind of video that you're looking for. You're the one supporting the channel. I'm not really doing anything in this scenario, so please let me know what you are wanting and I will make it happen. Also, while y'all are down there, please spend 3 seconds to drop a like on the video. I've dedicated my life to this channel for y'all. Please just spend 3 seconds of your life dropping that like. Okay, so let's get into the video now, and let's talk about 5 wide receivers that are falling fast in fantasy football rankings. These are not necessarily players that I think we need to be selling off of our rosters, just because everything is going to be about price. Some of these players are going to be guys that I just want to give up on. Others are guys that maybe I want to try to target as a buy low candidate. Please do not look at the thumbnail and assume you know exactly what I think. Okay, let's get into our first wide receiver. This is someone that I have been trying to get y'all to buy for a month now, and I may just have to hang my head in shame. I definitely owe y'all a massive apology because I know some people were successful in trading for him. Michael Thomas. Now guys, with Michael Thomas, I mean, this is his second consecutive week of really not providing us any type of production. 2 receptions, 27 yards, and 7 targets. Now, really, we have not seen one flash of elite characteristics from Michael Thomas in 2020. Yes, he has been out the majority of the year with multiple injuries, honestly. Still, you would have expected at least one strong performance from Michael Thomas. Yet, coming out here this game, scoring less than 5 fantasy points, something he never did in 16 games in 2019. Now his starting quarterback is going down in Drew Brees as well. And guys, I'll say I got so many questions on Sunday and Monday night asking what do we do with Michael Thomas? And my initial answer was, man, I don't know. I don't know what I can tell you. Just with Michael Thomas, he is one of the hardest players to evaluate currently. And then I sat down, I really looked at the snap shares. I looked at where he was getting targeted on the field, and I came away with the conclusion that we cannot throw in the towel on Michael Thomas. Now that he's had another dud of a performance, now that he has his starting quarterback down and Jameis Winston is coming in, I mean, people are just completely giving up on Michael Thomas. I was getting ridiculous questions like, should I take Michael Thomas or Brandon Cooks? And I'm sitting here going, guys, I mean, I know it's gross that we've gotten to this point, but I do not think you can give up. He is still the #1 target in that offense at the wide receiver position, and he is still going to be getting that volume each and every week. And I'll say real quick, with Jameis Winston instead of Drew Brees, I know on the surface, it does not necessarily look like Michael Thomas, the king of the slant route, is going to be a nice pairing with Jameis Winston, a DGAF quarterback that does not care if he's throwing it into coverage. He just wants to move the ball down the field. But if we really dive into it and try to expect the game script for the New Orleans Saints to be a little bit different without Drew Brees, because Jameis Winston is going to make mistakes, Jameis Winston is going to turn the ball over, put the New Orleans Saints in a very bad spot defensively, and we are going to see Jameis Winston and this offense playing from behind a lot in 2020. So I think they actually skew a little bit more pass heavy, and with Michael Thomas being at an all-time low in value, I hate to say it, it would be so much easier for me to throw in the towel, just apologize and say I was wrong. But I think we are going to triple down and say that Michael Thomas is going to be a trade target of ours after this horrendous week. Okay, now another player that we are going to be aggressive in targeting in trade is going to be A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown coming off a performance where everyone saw him fail on Thursday night, only coming away with 1 reception, having a very bad drop to go along with it. Really, A.J. Brown is on the forefront of most people's minds, especially those fantasy owners who went out there and started A.J. Brown. And I'll say real quick, guys, with A.J. Brown, y'all know that this is a wide receiver that has been mainly living off efficiency so far throughout his NFL career. At the end of 2019, we saw him be the most efficient wide receiver in the entire NFL. so far through 2020, he's provided us a significant amount of fantasy points on not that many targets. So whenever you have a wide receiver that is living off of efficiency and not volume, this is what we need to expect. We need to expect some random dud games from A.J. Brown because he is just not seeing those 8 targets a game where he's going to have that high floor. No, he's going to be a low floor player, but based on his talent, based on the efficiency off play action, A.J. Brown has a ceiling that not many players can match in fantasy football. So I actually think that A.J. Brown is also going to be making our trade target list at the wide receiver position. Okay, now our next wide receiver, someone else we have to apologize for, Hollywood Brown. Guys, with Hollywood, y'all know I actually really liked him earlier on this season after week 1 where we saw Lamar Jackson hit on Hollywood big on multiple plays. We came out and we said that it looked like Lamar Jackson had improved his deep ball accuracy. It looked like Hollywood Brown had turned into more of a complete wide receiver. And I think we just got a little bit too excited. We did not wait till the sample size was big enough to confirm those statements. So here with Hollywood Brown, he has not had a game where he scored double-digit points since like week 5. I mean, just a wide receiver that's consistently near the bottom of fantasy ranks at the end of every single week. I don't know if we are going to be able to rely on him anytime soon, but what especially sucks with Hollywood is that he has a role on this offense where you cannot go out and cut him. I mean, at the end of the day, he is still going to provide us some type of upside based on the wide receiver that he is. He is that high average depth of target player that is the #1 threat in his own NFL offense. And when that's going to be the case, I don't care that Lamar Jackson looks like one of the worst passing quarterbacks in the NFL currently. Hollywood Brown is going to have some value. Okay, so now our next wide receiver, someone that I was begging y'all to get in your starting lineups this past week. He didn't put up a complete dud, but did not put up anything close to what we were projecting. Robert Woods. Guys, with Robert Woods, I know a lot of people are going to tell me I'm overreacting here based on the fact that he has been productive pretty much so far throughout the 2020 season. But what is extremely worrisome is 2 things. One, we are seeing Tyler Higbee get healthy again and accumulate more targets in this offense. We know that is going to take away from some of the wide receivers based on the fact that there are only going to be so many targets to go around. And 2, we actually have Josh Reynolds really emerging in this offense as one of the top consistent options for Jared Goff. Now, both of these things are going to severely limit Robert Woods and his overall upside. I actually told y'all to avoid Josh Reynolds this past week because we thought with Tyler Higbee coming back healthy, we were going to see a little bit of a change in personnel where the Los Angeles Rams weren't deciding to use Josh Reynolds as much. But that did not happen. We actually saw Reynolds and Higbee get the usage. We know Gerald Everett is also going to get some targets here or there. So with Robert Woods, I think unless we are expecting Jared Goff to lead the league in passing, we're naturally going to have to be lowering him down our fantasy rankings, especially when he flames out in what was supposed to be one of the premium spots of the week. Okay, so now our last wide receiver. This may be someone else that is making our trade target list. Allen Robinson. So Allen Robinson coming off a week where he saw almost double-digit targets, 6 receptions, 43 yards. Now, in my opinion, this is not even that bad of a performance from Allen Robinson. I actually thought that we were going to have a much tougher time projecting Allen Robinson for anything in this game. I thought there was a decent chance that he was going to be used as a decoy. We have to remember that he was a game-time decision. We did not know if Allen Robinson was going to be fully healthy to play. Now he is going into a bye week. And I know Nick Foles is probably going to be done for him, but it does not matter. Guys, Mitchell Trubisky is a horrendous quarterback, but at the end of the day, so was Nick Foles. I mean, Nick Foles looked like he could not move in that pocket for a second. If any team brought any type of pressure, Nick Foles just completely folded. And I think going forward, yes, Mitchell Trubisky, we cannot call him an upgrade, but at the very worst, I think it's going to be a lateral move. We have to remember, at the very beginning of the year, Trubisky did not even look bad. The Bears started at 2-0, and then that third game against the Atlanta Falcons, that's when Mitchell Trubisky had a very bad first half, and then they went, you know what? We're tired of you, Trubisky. We're getting in Nick Foles. Since then, I'm honestly a little bit surprised they didn't look to go back to Trubisky. Yes, he's been dealing with a shoulder injury as of late, which has made him inactive for some of these games. But I think that Trubisky should be 100% good to go coming out of the bye week, because whenever he was dealing with that shoulder injury, they did not put him on the short-term IR. Now, thank you guys. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I really hope y'all got something from it. As always, if y'all did, please make sure you go down there, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. And that's all I got for y'all. Have a great day, guys.